What the fuck is up? It is Willie King, back at it again with another video. Woo! This time actually is a review. I've been reviewing trailers, but now let's get back into the movies. What movie are we reviewing today? What movie are we going back and looking at? What if I told you, if you didn't read the title, Faces of Death. That's right, a movie that came out like 40 years before I was even born, or 30. Can't remember. Either way, let's see what we had to deal with here now, shall we? Now, what is Faces of Death? For those who don't know, what is it? Seems interesting. Is it a slasher? Is it a horror movie? Is it this? Is it that? I'll tell you. It is a shockumentary. What the gibbers does that mean now? Well, shockumentary is what you get when you combine two words. Shocking, documentary. At least I think, shockumentary. Either way, but I know what you're thinking. What? Why isn't it a documentary? Or why isn't it just a shocking movie? Why does it have to be a shockumentary? Well, sit back and relax, bro. What is this, a third degree? But I'll tell you anyway. They call it a shockumentary for the most part because, according to old urban legends and so on and so forth, in this movie that we have watched, me and my sister, it contains footage of real deaths. What? What? Real deaths? What the fuck? Are you a sicko, Willie Cage? Why would you watch that? No, I am not a sicko. Alright? I know what you're thinking. Well, you're just sitting there saying you're watching a snuff film and this, that. No. Now you're just putting words in my mouth. I don't like that, alright? It's not what I said. Go back and rewind the tape and tell me where I said that. No. I watched it because I was curious. Yep. Very curious. Like George the monkey. But I'm not curious about the deaths, if they're this, that, and this, how gory it is. No. I was curious to see how this movie would have been filmed. You know what I'm saying? Is it just like highlight reel of deaths? Is it like this? Is it like that? I wasn't too sure. I was like, how are they going to take all these real deaths and make a movie from it? You know what I'm saying? It's a bit of a weird thing. You feel me, dog? You feel me? But let's just get into it, all right? We're going to break it down. So the movie opens up, and it's like some surgeons doing some type of open heart surgery, right? And the heart's beating. We got some eerie, weird-ass music in the background. It kind of reminds me of, if you ever watched Texas Chainsaw, the iconic sound that's in that movie, it's kind of like a musical version of that, even though I think this came out beforehand. But during the open heart surgery, eventually the heart stops beating, the guy dies, flatlines, zooms in, dun dun dun, and then out of nowhere, a surgeon walks into a room, takes off the mask, introduces himself, and he's all like, my name is, I think it's Michael for the most part. I can't fully remember, but I'm pretty sure it's Michael. And he's like, yo, what up, my boys and my gals? You know that question Willie Cage had back like a minute or so ago about how we're gonna make this movie? Well, let me tell you, this is how it's gonna be done. Myself, Michael, I went on this journey because I was so curious about death and all the different faces it has. Get it? Faces of Death. So I made a movie about it. So, believe it or not, he actually says that in the film. If you don't believe me, go watch it. I know what you're thinking. What is this journey that he's talking about? A journey about discovering death or finding death or whatever? Yes. He goes on this journey. I think it starts in Mexico. And in this journey, we see a bunch of things, We see animals killing animals, people killing animals, animals killing people, sickness killing people. I think there's one of them. And people killing themselves. I know, tough subject right here. So, forewarn. Probably should have put a forewarning in the beginning, but if you made it this far, you probably, getting yourself into a doozy, whatever. Now, if this movie is somehow tickling your fancy, and you're thinking, all right, all cool beans and all, but how is this movie made? Good question, because this movie is banned in 43 countries. One film, it says, on like one of the covers, it says 43, the other says 46, so I'll just say 43. And if you look on the cover, it reads, I even had to write it on my little notey book here. Warning, if the brutal and explicit of actual death is upsetting to you, please do not view this program. Right there on the cover. Or in the back. No, it's on the cover. Now, with that being said, I'd hate to inform you, but they might be lying to us. And I hate liars. Can't stand them. I'd rather be a truther. But I know what you're saying. You're like, Willie Cage, how in the heck are they lying to us? I mean, it says right there, banned in this many countries. Don't watch if you don't like actual death. You even said yourself, this dude goes on this big old journey, recording death of this and that, and this killing this and this killing that. I know, take a chill pill and relax and let me finish, all right? They might be lying to us, but they might not be. It's a little weird situation. I'll tell you why, you know? Sit back and I'll tell you. All right. So, of course, I hear this movie. Actually, I heard this movie from my father when I was younger. He was like, hey, you want to watch this fucked up movie? I'm like, what? Why would I watch that? Fast forward like 8 years later, and I'm watching it. Anywho, he was telling me this movie has real deaths, this, that, and this. I'm like, what the hell, bro? Why would I want, you know? So when I got this movie, I was like, let me see what we're dealing with here. Are the deaths real? And it's like, you find one article, it says 100% real. Next article, 100% fake. Next article, this part's real, this part's fake. Next one, this. You go to anything you see, it's just like, it's real, it's not real. It just depends on who, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to find out what's real and what's not real. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to you in a sense, but from what I've gathered in my journey, because the Willie Cage Incorporation spared no expense when looking at the depths of what was real and what was fake. Let me open up my notey book. So, according to the creator, John Allen Schwartz, he stated that everything in the film is fake and it was all just camera magic and grainy footage and so on and so forth, so it looked real. He fooled you. He even says, hey man, you've been trolled. I trolled you. Take this L in a way. But you know, could be true because it is an old movie, and I even wrote right here, 1973 is when it came out. Bam. So if you take that, the grainy footage, them trying to do their movie magic, the FX and the makeup and so on and so forth. So yeah, I mean, you could even now kind of pull the wool over the eyes because it's so old. So it's like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? And even back then, you got to think people weren't as smart when it came to like the Hollywood techniques and whatnot. So, you know, you could get away with a few things back then. Now, I know what you're thinking. He just said it's all fake. So why the hell are you still going on about this, Willie Cage? And of course, I'm Willie Cage. So, you know, I'm always thinking about things. So let me lay this theory on you. It's the first Willie Cage theory on this channel. Even though like I don't really have any much theories that are original. I don't know if this is an original theory, but this is what I thought of. I didn't search this on the internet. Somebody could have did it before me. But peep game on this, right? He's saying it's all fake. He's saying it's all fake, right? He's saying, must I repeat myself? Go back and repeat this, that, and that, right? But think about this, right? It's banned in 43 countries, 46, right? So it's banned in that many countries, right? And think about this. He just said it's fake, but if you look, you can't find that fool's name anywhere on the damn CDs or the back or director or this, that, and this. So his name's not anywhere. So, I mean, did he really make the movie? And think about this, right? If I had my camera and I was recording people dying, recording people getting murdered, reporting secret underground cults, recording this, that, and the third, and I'm just sitting there, even if I didn't murder anybody, I'm pretty sure to some degree that is illegal. Especially if you're going to a freaking underground cult, recording people getting killed. And you're just sitting there by yourself, witnessing. Pretty sure that has to be illegal to some degree. So why would you want to incriminate yourself? Ah, isn't that a theory right there, right? Why would you be like, yeah, bro, I was there seeing all these murders and I did absolutely nothing. It's a free ticket to the jail cell for you, buddy. So what if they're just saying that to cover their candy asses to not go to jail? But just a theory, just if we're getting a little crazy out there, you know, sprinkling that into the atmosphere if it's not already there. Take what you want, believe what you want. I'm just saying, some of it does look super real to a degree. Some of it does, you could be like, oh, yeah, this is definitely fake. Whatever you want to believe, go ahead and believe. Because for the most part, when we're talking about this, it feels like I'm talking about the goddamn Bigfoot footage. I think the Patterson footage, because one guy comes out and he's like, bro, I was there. Bigfoot was real. The other guy's like, hell no, you weren't there. Bigfoot's fake. The guy's like, both you weren't there. I was there. It was, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to believe. This guy's like, I'm the creator, and I faked all of it. And then the other guy's like, no, I'm the creator, and it's all real. So that's how I feel with this. I feel like it's damn near Bigfoot footage. Either way, I don't really care. It is what it is. I mean, it'd be better if it was fake, because, you know, I don't want to see my fellow man getting murdered for the sake of film. But with that all being said, it still is quite a little interesting film that I stumbled upon, even though it's been out for years, because it does show you the different faces of death. From different parts of the world, from different situations. We get to see all these different things, and it changes your perspective on death in a way, or maybe like how you view it in some sort, or at least for me. I'm gonna talk about a few of the deaths in the movie here, all right? So in the movie, we see two different types of execution around the world. One is in the USA, USA, USA. And what do we see? We see a criminal that murdered some old lady on death row gets sentenced to the electric chair. You know, we see he gets strapped down, starts fucking getting electrocuted, like burnt to a fucking crisp, like a fucking, I don't know, rotisserie chicken, and you know, he kind of deserves it. And then it pans over to like some country, it looks like in the Middle East, and it shows them executing somebody, but it's way different. They go straight in the public, put this dude down, and chop off his head with a sword for everybody to see. For whatever crime he committed, everybody sees like, yo, if you do that and you get caught, look at this dude. But the question that he raises, Michael, is it worth to take a life for a life? You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. The first guy was a serial killer and he killed somebody, but is it worth it to take another life? Now, another one that really stuck out to me was the very first one, and is a Pitbull Fight, right? This is one of them that's like debatably fake. He says that they just painted the dogs in like fake blood and recorded them playing around, whatever. Either way, you see these two dogs and they're playing and they're fighting, and you see a Pitbull fight, one of them gets killed, right? You're thinking, damn, bro, it's pretty damn sad, because, you know, I mean, I got a Shiva over here. She's a little Pitbull. So I was like, damn, I was like, imagine if that was my dog in there and she got killed. Crazy sauce McGee. But you got to think about it. It's not like I took Shiva and I took her to Underground Fight Club and she got killed. It's these dogs from day one, they're bred to kill. When they wake up, when they eat, kill. When they sleep, kill. All they know is kill, kill, kill. You know, so that was like interesting to see, because he put that little seed in my mind. It's like, damn, some things, all they know when they come into existence is to kill, kill, kill. Speaking of, if you flip that around, some things are only brought in this world to be killed. I know what you're saying. What the gibberish are you talking about? Think about it. What are you eating right now? Hamburger? Hot dog? Where did that come from? A farm, right? It showed footage of farm animals being slaughtered in like a million different ways. Like, again, their throats slit and their skin ripped off, getting blended up in a blender, damn near every which way possible, right? But if you think about it, that goes on every single day and we don't even see it. And think about it, when you're eating your food, unless you're like vegetarian or something, a burger, a steak, a hot dog, a freaking anything you're eating, behind that is like this whole entire process just to get you that little piece of food, or big piece of food, in the most brutalist ways possible. I mean, I'm not gonna turn vegan or anything, like I'm still gonna eat hot dogs, but you know, it skews my eyebrow a little bit. Now, the last scene I'm gonna talk about right here is, because it was unintentionally funny to me, right? It's talking about killing animals in the water and whatnot. So, you know, I think it was like sea lions, or it was like otters or some shit in the water, right? I'm thinking about like, all right, they're gonna kill them, right? Because it shows them swimming around. So I'm thinking they're gonna harpoon gun them, or they're gonna like have like fishing hooks, or they're gonna catch them with nets and like kill them on the ship or something. Funniest thing, I don't think it's supposed to be funny, but these fuckers pull out some M16s and start shooting in the water for these fuckers, bro. Funniest thing, like, I know it's not supposed to be funny, the film's like about death, it's supposed to be like grimy and whatnot, but bro, you gotta choose a better way to kill a goddamn otter. I mean, there has to be a less funnier way, because they straight up start shooting them with fucking bullets, bro. Little messed up, because obviously they're dying, but it was unintentionally funny. They did have harpoon guns and stuff, which I don't know why they didn't use it in the first place. It is what it is, but it stopped being funny as soon as it pans to the next scene, because it just showed a bunch of them just getting beat to death with blunt weapons. But nothing I really learned from there, besides I think they were pelting them to make some, like, you know, fancy ass leather coats and whatnot. Anyhow, honestly, I'm not gonna go over every single death in the movie. You're gonna have to watch that for yourself, you know. But I know what you're thinking, Willie Cage, all in all, what do you think? And I think, honestly, this film's not that bad, especially for the time it came out. I mean, it's definitely worth to watch, because there is like several of them, but definitely at least watch the first one if you can. I mean, if you have a weak stomach, or if you don't really like seeing some messed up, it's honestly, if you ever seen the show 1,000 Ways to Die, it's kind of like that, but it's like the great-great-grandfather of that, if I had to put it in a way. Honestly, I say watch the movie. Why not, you know? It might change your perspective on a few things, you know? on the Willie Cage rating scale, I know it's been a bit because the last two were trailers. Can't really rate trailers that much. But how many boomsticks does this movie get? I'm going to go ahead and give it, from scale 1 to 5 boomsticks, 3.5 boomsticks.
Groovy.
Woo! Had to do it. Had to put it down there. It's not the greatest movie of all time, you know, because there was like some situations where they were talking and it was just so like the microphone was so old that I could barely understand what they were saying. I mean, the footage is a bit grainy, but that comes because it's old time, so it's not too harsh. It's just the old movie. Plus, I mean, for me to rewatch it again, it's gonna be like a while from now, honestly, because I mean, it's just shock value for this movie because like, ooh, death, 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 and it's real. So it's not much like a storyline going on. I mean, we have this dude and he goes on his journey, but not too much to it. I do recommend watching it if you want. If not, don't. I mean, I'm not gonna break into your house and force you to watch it for any reason, but honestly, I'm back with these reviews. Actually, I'm gonna stop myself right there. There is one more trailer I'm gonna review, and then I'm gonna review another movie. I know what you're thinking. What are you going on this tangent for, Willie Cage? Fucking Spirit Halloween has a movie coming out. I'm gonna do a video on that because that is funny as hell. I'm definitely watching it. I don't know if it's going in theaters. I'm gonna stop myself. The trailer's coming out. I'm gonna review it, make a video, deliver it to y'all in your tasty potholes. And with that being said, honestly, I got that. Mortal Kombat. I'm gonna review it. It's coming up. I got a bunch of stuff upcoming. You don't even know about it, bro. You don't even know. Fucking don't even know, bro. I should punch you in the face for not knowing. Anyway, that is all I gotta say for today. Sorry, my nose is like super fucking dry today. Keep smacking it. It has been an honor to bring this movie review to you. It is I, your host, Willie Cage. Go have a beautiful day. Rest of your day, whatever day I release this. Go have a beautiful one. I got a Rob Zombie concert I'm going to. Pretty hyped for that. With all that being said, don't I look handsome, bro? I mean, look how handsome I look. Got distracted for a second. With all that being said, love, peace, chicken grease. See y'all when I see y'all. Karate chop. Ba 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 ba.